Week 2 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
The Cowboys offense getting set to go fresh off a victory in Week 1. And the one we'll be watching is this man at running back. He was terrific in the opener, was he not? I mean, over 100 yards on the ground.
And let's face it, every player has that day circled on his calendar. They want to come out with a force, with a rush. But can he stack it together and keep it going?
Here we go!
They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. On first down, they stick with Bush. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Credit Brian Brzee in there to greet him and drop him for a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Prescott to throw it. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. When you look at the Saints defense, they come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Bush trying the middle. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 121 yards.
Leading the league in rushing after week 1. You know he'd love to double down and continue that type of play here in week 2.
2nd and 9 from the 44. They'll go again with Bush. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 36. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1. Here we go!
They run up the middle with Bush. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They toss right side to Bush. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Now Prescott on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll hand it off to Bush. Looking for it. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Taken down by Pete Werner.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A give. This is Bush. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
This will wind up a loss on the... So here are the Cowboys to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so...
Yeah! Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Bush. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Yeah, there you go.
Bush on the toss. Spins away. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to...
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
Yeah! Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. There's a nice move. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Yeah, here we go.
Throwing. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Prescott now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Yeah! Here we go! Like that.
To the air again, Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This is Bush fighting through. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Like it! 26!
They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Here we go. 26!
On the run, it's Bush. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll run it with Bush. Down right around the 25. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word work.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Yeah, here we go.
On the counter, it's Bush. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
162 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Bush running left. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bush. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Yeah, here we go.
To throw is Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Yeah,
now Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give left side, Bush. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Bush. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Bush. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are on their way to a 2-0 start. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations.
There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action here. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say.
Yeah! Here we go! I take... 26!
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Bush on 3rd down. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Dallas, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-1.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Ravens and the Cowboys. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
The Cowboys offense set to go to work, 2-0 on the young season. And the one to watch is going to be this man, their rookie running back.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take! What do you think?
They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there. Didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Bush trying the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
7 yards there and a first down. The Cowboys at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go! Right take! What do you think?
Prescott.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bush.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Here we go! Right take!
27-yard line.
They give to Bush going right. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action now, Prescott.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere.
And boy, he is very close to a...
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start from...
Yeah, here we go! Right take! What do you think?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try the right side with Bush. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up second down at the 23-yard line.
They'll go again with Bush. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 here.
2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning.
Here we go. Right take.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5.
Yeah, here we go. Right take. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Across midfield. He's got room at the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 58 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Trying to punch it across with Bush. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
Here we go. Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right.
But nope. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Yeah, here we go. Right there.
They'll start on the ground with Bush. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They run up the middle with Bush. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. Room past the 35. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Trenton Simpson firing in and sticking him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bush. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. A give. This is Bush. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Cooks on the quick slant.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been real. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And we talked earlier in those first couple of weeks about how he fits in with this new offense. He's insisted he could be the lead guy. He just needs the carries to prove it. And he's certainly gotten some looks here early, and he's taking advantage.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll hand it off to Bush. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
They'll run it with Bush. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
They toss right side to Bush. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's a toss. Bush to the left. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yeah,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the
The Cowboys offense ready to get rolling again. 3-0 are they on the new season.
Yeah! Here we go! That's it!
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 79 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Bush.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This is Bush. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. On the run, it's Bush. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Bush trying the middle, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move toward.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Bush on the toss. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Prescott to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Bush. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
On 1st down, they stick with Bush. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Bush. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
2nd down and 3.
Prescott now from the 50.
Left side to Lamb.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Bush. And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 62 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
Right back to him on first down.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bush. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The tally there.
The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Able to push his way through. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Final minute now of the third quarter. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Up the middle they go. Now the ball comes loose, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested. And out now come the Cowboys. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They give to Bush going right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The 71 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this. And now here come the Cowboys.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
First and goal, Bush. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try again down here with Bush. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Cowboys are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pit hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Cowboys, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.
What up, man? I'm looking for some superstars like you to play in some showdown events. Let's go play some 3-on-3.